Hi, everyone. There's a new ad agency in town. It's called Plot Twist Creativity. The founders are Chris Smith, formerly a creative group head at the Richards Group, heading up the HEB account, and David Kroencke, formerly a brand management principal at Richards, overseeing the central market account. We are here with them today to chat about their new agency, their new roles, and the challenges of entrepreneurship. Welcome, Chris. Welcome, Dave. My first question is, okay, so you both were with the Richards Group a long time. Chris, you 22 years, Dave, you 32. How does it feel to leave after such a long time?
Patty, it's bittersweet for sure. I mean, we both made our careers there and still have a lot of friends and family and a lot of great relationships that will, I think, continue forever. But the opportunity that was put in front of us was just too good to turn down.
It was really hard, and I saw myself working there for the foreseeable future. But life's what happens while you're making other plans, and it was bittersweet is exactly the right word.
Tell us, why did you decide to start your new agency, and why you decided to call it Plot Twist Creativity?
Obviously, what happened to us was a big plot twist in our careers. Kind of, we didn't see this coming, but we thought that would be a pretty good name for an agency, because it's what we try to do for our clients, is kind of tell their stories in unexpected ways. We decided to do this because our clients, we had two clients, HEB and Central Market, who for various reasons had to cut ties with the agency, but said they really wanted to keep working with our team. So we spent a couple of months figuring out how can we do that. Dave had a great relationship with the management at Central Market. Myself and some others on our team had a great relationship with HEB. So we just kept having conversations, and we said, how do we keep this going? What worked best for everyone involved? Kept things smooth, kept as many people employed as possible, was to go out on our own and start an independent agency to handle those two pieces of business. And here we are.
How was the transition?
Surprisingly seamless. And I think part of that is due to a very supportive and understanding client, but also the continuity that we were able to have, bringing a lot of the members of our team with us. The vast majority of people that worked on both Central Market and HEB were able to make the move. And so when you have that continuity of staff, it makes sense that the transition is going to be a lot smoother. So we've been very blessed and very lucky from that regard.
My hope from the beginning is that nothing changes but our email addresses. As far as our relationship day to day is concerned. Right. And so far, with a couple of technological hiccups, that's been the case.
It always happens.
Yeah, it always happens, but we're getting there.
It's like that analogy of, under the water, you see the duck kind of doing this, because we truly did need to set up an entire business and agency from scratch. But we really tried to do that, outside of the view of the client, and just, what we were doing for them would continue. As I told Chris, it's like all of the things we took for granted for so long at the Richards Group that were just handled for us, we now were in charge of as the business owners. And it's been fun and challenging and exciting, but a ton of work just to get the infrastructure and all the administrative stuff set up.
Yeah,
and educational as well. Very educational, yes. Particularly for me.
You realize the infrastructure of a great big agency, and because I've worked for a big agency, I understand that. And then all of a sudden, you're an entrepreneur, you're on your own, and you're doing all of it, and you are juggling like crazy. And it is a huge learning curve, but it's exciting. It's very exciting. Yep. Proud of you guys.
Yeah, it is. And throw onto that, if I may. Thank you. If I may, the client never slowed down. Like our workload never stopped. And especially when we sort of made the decision, okay, we're going to go out on our own, they said, okay. And they started piling it on. So, so not only the joke I've been making is not, were we building a plane midair, that plane's going at Mach 2 already. So, Dave said it's been challenging and a lot of fun.
So will you approach the brand any differently than you did when you headed up the account? Because obviously you had other input. So this is now all you. Are you going to do something different with the brand?
Patty, a couple things. One is, one of the reasons that they hired us and we did this was for consistency and continuity. So I don't see a lot of changes just because we have a new agency. Both brands, Central Market and HEB, are relatively innovative, are always looking for new ways to grow and new ways to build their business. So we'll continue to evolve our work and our strategy and thinking and our creative to address that, but really not anything directly tied to an agency change.
We were really excited that some of the things we've been talking about for a long time and different types of messages they want to do were now, going to happen. So we really wanted to be part of that. So,
well, like what?
Their competitive landscape is always changing. With so many people delivering things, with people being at home, delivery has become a much bigger thing. New desires for some different creative exploration, talking to some different markets.
Hey, are they ever going to move to Dallas? I mean, HEB. I'm just putting in for it because I really like it.
We're voting with you. That's all we can say is we're going to echo your vote and reinforce it. And that's all we can say at this time.
Yeah.
So you said you brought the whole team with you. Did you add any other new people that you had wanted to bring in addition to that team?
Well, we have, there were 3 additional creative folks that we brought in addition to Chris, a couple of brand managers in addition to me. We did bring a brand planner or strategist with us, who's really been a great part of the team, and then a broadcast producer. So that's really the core team. We've actually been able to add a few freelance positions, a couple folks who worked previously at the Richards Group and we're just using on a freelance basis. And then actually we made a really wonderful hire of a creative team, some younger folks who were at Richards Group several years ago. They both left, did something new, and then Chris was actually able to attract them back to Plot Twist. And so we really rounded out the creative firepower that we have.
So I know you guys are the ducks with the little feet underneath right now, but are you going to go after some other clients?
Man, word is just spread even without us trying. And the phone is ringing. So we're very, very optimistic that through some, very deliberate, thoughtful growth, that we'll be able to attain that pretty quickly.
Both clients, HEB and Central Market, made it very clear they want to keep us busy, but they don't want us to work on nothing but them because then we'll get burned out. This was best for them and us because they said, no, we want you guys to be able to work on other fun stuff. That keeps you fresher to work on our stuff. So we're all in, but obviously, as Dave said, we got to dance with the ones what brung us, and that's our priority.
Well, is there anything else that I missed that you might want to add?
So I just want to say the DFW advertising community and beyond has been nothing but supportive, wishing us luck, really happy that we were able to keep these relationships going. I'm grateful for Dave for helping get the whole thing up and running because I'm a caveman when it comes to all this stuff.
Again, a wonderful community in Dallas and in Texas and actually beyond, all of which have been very supportive, who want to see us succeed and thrive. And we couldn't be happier and more grateful.
The very first thing that you do that you can share with us, please do. And congratulations on starting Plot Twist Creativity. And thanks so much for this interview. Thanks for the interview.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks for having
Patty,
us.
so much.